Okay, y'all, we're gonna make this video real quick. The beautiful part, there is no news that's coming out this week to worry about. Because a couple of these days are going to be holidays anyway for Christmas. So, truth be told, if you was going to take a week off, this would be a week to take off. It's really probably not going to be much to worry about. The first couple of days, yeah, but after that, towards the middle of and the end of the week, there's going to be no volume because it's Christmas this week. Also, and I'll go over the charts though, so you can see what's available if there's a possible setup. Don't forget that we do have the holiday special still going on. So $49 for each of the trading systems, plus you get the daily dot indicator for free. Keep in mind, if you don't want to purchase the daily dot indicator, just send an email to Super Easy Forex and we can invoice you for $49 to get the daily dot indicator. But if it was me, I would just get another trading system, give it to a friend or somebody, and you still get the daily dot indicator to keep for yourself. Why pay $49 for one indicator, which typically is $69, but why pay $49 just for this indicator when you can get one, buy one, get one free, and just give it to somebody else as a Christmas gift, okay? But that's up to you guys, all right? So let's go through the charts. So let's take a look and see what's available. Right here, I don't see anything. This looks to me like it can still continue to bounce right here off the daily support level and then come up and then drop back down, okay? This one here looks like if it could pull back closer to the daily dot and the trend line, then that would be nice for a retest and then pop up. I would go for that one there. Let's see here, nothing there. I don't like trading reversals on the Swiss pair, CHF. All right, so here's the crazy part. Last week, the JPY pairs, I don't know what the heck happened with them. Something weird was going on with it. They came out with their interest rates. I didn't see anything, but after that, it just went nuts. So JPYs, I'm going to wait until I get a solid indication that they're settled from whatever news happened to the JPY and then look for setups. So as you can see right here, this was a great setup, and then the news happened, whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but it just broke through, so nothing there. Same thing here, okay? See, it hit the daily resistance levels, which typically are highly respected levels. Highly respected levels. I'm on a 4-hour time frame, but I'm also looking at the daily levels, but you can see it broke right on through there. So I don't have no idea what was going on. All right. So again, daily levels was respected, nothing there now. It's kind of like in limbo land. So it could stop here and go down further, or it can stop here and pop up and go further. So I don't see anything there. Nothing there. Like I said, there's not going to be much available this week, you guys, for trading because of the holiday season. Here's another example. You have two double L's. Look all the way back in history. Look, respected, 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 disrespected. So all of the JPY pairs, they all broke through at the exact same time. So I'm not sure what news event took place, but that's the point. You don't want to just, if it doesn't respect the daily double, then you just have to wait and go to something else. All right, euro dollar. All of these are in limbo, so I don't know if I see anything worthwhile that I'm going to be looking at. This one again, see how it broke through two daily levels. Up until then, respected, 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 and respected. So no, nothing on the JPYs. I have no idea what was going on, and therefore I'm not going to do it. Now, here's an interesting fact. When I'm looking at daily levels, I'm looking to see if it's clean double taps or whatever. See, like this double tap, nice clean, reached up, okay, hovered, and then popped one or two candles. When I see it clustering like this tells me that this can actually retest this daily level. And then when it hits this daily level again, you have to wait and say, okay, is it going to respect the daily level or is it going to reverse down? Okay. So when it came all the way down to this daily level and hit a support, you can see that there, it popped up. Right here, it's hidden and respecting the trend line, but right here, it's in limbo land. Right here, this is where I'm not in a fan to rush it. If it touches on the daily level and then, it gets a reaction to the downside to maybe retest or retest this bottom, that's cool. But you want to be patient and wait and see if it's going to break through this daily level or go up, okay? All right, now let's go to the next one. GN, same thing. See how it poked through here? See how it poked through and then came back down. So it was news. News be doing that. Okay. Other than outside of news, it respects it, respects it, respects it, respects it. But when you're trading these levels, guys, you still got to respect the fact that is there anything that can come out that can possibly push it? And then it pushes through. And then look what happened. Immediately, this thing dropped right back down into the daily level. Okay. Right below the daily level. So news can push it and then it dropped right back down. So always be careful. Don't always just trust one indicator or whatever, because you got to remember news is always going to play a factor into it. Now, the good thing is this week we don't have much news or at all because it's a Christmas season. You know me on this one here. What would I do? I will try to play this if it gives me an alert. If you have the scanner, which by the way, again, let me show you this again. This is why you need the system. If you already have the simplicity system, which gives you the buy and sell arrows, get the scanner, because the scanner will send you out an alert whether to buy or sell. Now, for me personally, I see that this thing is hovering right here. I wouldn't do anything because it's kind of like in the middle. It's not up here at the daily level. I'm sorry, let me change that color. Let's change that to yellow. Let's do yellow. All right, so you see right here, this was a daily level that was retested and respected, okay? Right here, it's kind of like in the middle. It's not here, it's not here, it's just going sideways. So let's move this down and see if we can see what I'm talking about. See this sideways action? So it can either pop up or it can go ahead and continue down. So either way it goes, what do you do in this situation? Nothing. You move on. Nothing. Nothing to see here. All right, so we do have a reaction right here. This one broke through, but see immediately, even if it breaks through the daily level because of news, which how do you know it's news? Because of the size of the candles, that hard push and then stop people out and then it pops right back up. So what would I be looking for on this one? See, bing, it's already done it, so nothing there. But that's what you will be looking for. As soon as it pushes, see that daily level right here? And that's what I like about the daily dot, because no matter what time frame you're on, it's going to show up on that time frame. Whether you're on the 5 minute, 30 minute, whatever, it's still going to show you exactly where that level is. So you can see they broke through and pushed through, and then immediately it came right back and sucked right back in there because it has to respect that level. So nothing there to trade, but I just want to show you guys an example. All right, so right here, NZD Swiss. Again, I don't like trading the Swiss pairs. That's the only pair I don't like because it trends so hard, whatever direction it goes into, it trends so hard into that direction until it's kind of makes it tough to figure out, okay, whether this is really legit or not. So I would wait for a buy arrow on the 15-minute time frame, which again, get the scanner, and therefore you can wait for the alert instead of sitting at the charts all day. And if it gives you a buy arrow, then yes, definitely I will take a buy in that direction. Okay, so that would be one trade for this week. NZD Swiss. See how this respected the daily level? Respected, 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 and bounce right off of here. And let me put a line right here and kind of show you guys. We can just use this as a teaching opportunity. And there's the arrow. See, this is what you're waiting for. So again, get the scanner along with the simplicity system. So when you're finding daily levels, guess what? You're waiting for the arrow confirmation, and then chop sideways and then blast it off and blast it off and blast it off and kept on going up. See, so there you go. See, it went sideways here. You can see it here. It just chopped off that level and then bounced right on up. And that was a great, wonderful trade for about 119 pips. That's the power of the daily levels, the daily dot indicator, along with simplicity and the simplicity scanner. So I would get both of those if you don't have it. Same thing here. It's just dancing around the daily level. So I would actually just wait for a buy arrow. And we do have a slant pattern on this pair, which is the NZD USD. We have a slant pattern, and you to know I've been teaching guys for years, slant patterns do what? Always pop up. So me personally, I would be looking for a buy opportunity for this to retest back up here. And if it gives us that buy arrow on NZD USD, then yeah, that would be a great trade to the upside. Okay. All right. So let's see here. All right. I see a double bottom created here. So this may be a potential buy opportunity if you get a buy arrow on NZD USD because it's close to that daily bottom. Okay. So we have two lookouts. And if you want our entries, then sign up for our super easy copycat service. The link will be below so that you don't, sometimes you guys, I can tell you what to look for, but I can't tell you when it's going to happen. And so what happens is throughout the trading week, me and my team, Dr. Elvis and Miss Jeannie, we're looking for these levels. We're looking for entry points. And when we take them, you can actually simply get copied on our trades. So if that's what you want to do, is just to get copied on our trades, the link will be below in the description to supereasycopycat.com. And we have multiple different packages. You can just subscribe to whichever one floats your boat. And from there, when we enter a trade, you will simply get copied on it. And it'll only take minutes to set up the copier software. We have one of the easiest copier setup systems on the planet. It take only minutes to set up. And once it's set up, you just set your lot size and follow the instructions. I do have a step-by-step video tutorial to walk you through within minutes how to set it up and what I recommend you do for the settings. And then after that, you just walk away. By the way, you guys seen that, and I'll finish up the rest of the pairs. But let me show you this. Last week, what did we do? Let me do this. Okay, so you guys can see what we did as a group. And for the copycat members, let's go here. And as you guys can see right here, this was last week's trades. And you can see the one loss that we had was actually a break-even trade, but it was down by 7 pips. So I wanted to use integrity because, 7 pips is typically like a break even with the broker spread that I said, okay, so that nobody can say Uncle P is, whatever. So I just put -7 pips, which it was just down 7 pips. But outside of that, without this -7 pips, we would have had a 100% win rate, but we did do a 90.91% win rate last week for our copycat members. And that's all of the people who was getting copied on our trades when we take our trades and you're getting copied on them. So you see we had 10 wins and that one little tiny loss, which was just for -7 pips. Outside of that, we had an amazing trading week. So this is what we do. We look for setups. All right, let's finish up. All right, so we did that one, and that's pretty much it. Gold, we didn't look at gold. Gold is in an uptrend. So me personally, I wouldn't be looking for, buy and sells at this point. I would actually be looking to be a buyer. And that's where the ocean wave theory comes in. For those who don't have that system and you wonder, what is it about? All right, look at if you would have bought. It told you to buy right back here. And that was on December 10th. And we're on the 21st. You could have held this trade, looking at the 30-minute time frame, you could have held this trade all the way since December 10th, all the way, and rolled it into profit all the way up here, which means you would have been up over 1,000 pips on this one trade. The ocean wave also tells you right here. So again, pairs like the CHF Swiss pairs, so look at that. It told you to buy right here on CHF. So the Swiss and the gold, I would actually trend trade. That was from entry to here was 284 pips. So you see, this is why I built that particular system for pairs that tend to trend. So let's look at Euro Swiss, okay? And this is, again, what I was trying to tell you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Euro Swiss or AUD Swiss. We'll just look at this one. Look at that. It told you to sell way back here. See, these are trending pairs. CHF, the Swiss pairs, and gold, these are really, really strong trending pairs. So once the trend changes, you really want to stay in it. So even if you rolled it to here, that's 45. But down to here, that would have been 50 pips, just riding it on down. Let's see let's check NZD Swiss. Okay. Look at there. See how smooth it trends down. So it told you to get in this thing way back here, all the way down to here was 55 pips. So again, you guys, if you're going to trade gold, me personally, I'm just going to suggest to you that you use the Ocean Wave trading system. And again, it is on sale for $49. It's normally $299. But I would get this one and, just ride that thing up because gold tend to trend very, very hard along with the CHF pairs. And if you're just looking for just to trade just a few pairs a month and not be in and out of trades all the time, then those will be the pairs. CHF and gold were trending pairs. Use the Ocean Wave for that, okay? All right, you guys. So again, if you want to be part of my futures group where I send out my trade alerts, and I send a screenshot of that as well so you guys can kind of see the performance of what we did on that one. Give me a second and I'll show you that. This was last week. And I'll explain this because sometimes you'll see me send out this screenshot and I want to go over it real quick so you guys understand. So about a couple of weeks ago, I was on a 23 win streak, nonstop wins, 23 wins. And then we had a loss, which happens. And so that broke that trend. Then we went back and I went on a 7 trade win streak, okay? After one loss, 7 win trend streak, okay? And went on with that. Then this week, as you guys can see, and let me get this out the way. So now you understand when I go on win streaks, I start putting them here until once it gets broken. Okay. So right now, what you're looking at below here, this is me on a 4 win streak. Okay. Why? Because this was a very, 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 very small loss right here. This was a tiny loss. It was kind of like break evens. But again, if I try to go with break evens just for integrity purposes, if we hit a break even or it's close to break even, but it's not like maybe a couple of ticks off or whatever, and it's just a few dollars, I still will count it as a loss just for integrity purposes. But truth be told, it was really just a break even. But what it did was it messed up my win streak because I was on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would have been 5 trades in a row if it wasn't for this little tiny small loss right here. See, I sent out 6 trades, 1, 5, and that one little small loss. Overall, since I started tracking this, now I wish I would have tracked it from the very beginning when I started this service, but I just decided one day, hey, why don't I start tracking it? And so since then, and this goes back months and months and months, I won 56 trades, only lost 11, and this is one of the 11, like I said, which would have made it only 56 and 10. And I don't know what that win rate is, but nevertheless, I try to keep the wins very, very small. So, in the grainier side of things is really, maybe 56 and 7 if you were to remove the break evens, whatever. But either way it goes, we're winning. That's the whole point. So that's part of our futures trading group. So if you are set up on want to get trades on futures when I'm taking my trades, that's where the Futrix, and the link will be in the description below to Futrix. If you want to trade live with Miss Jenny, then that will be the New York session. When you click on Futrix.com, you're going to go and you're going to see 2 options. One is going to be New York, and the other is going to be the Asian. Asian is really not Asian anymore because when we used to meet during the Asian session and trade together, that's why we call it the Asian session. Now it's just I can send trades out throughout the day since we're not tied to an Asian session anymore. So if you want my personal trades, then go to the Asian session to sign up. If you want to trade live with Miss Jenny, where she's knocking it out the park during the New York sessions, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 3 days a week, and you want to trade with her, then you wouldn't sign up for the New York session. Okay, you guys? So again, that's pretty much it. You guys enjoy your day. I'm going to go back out here and watch football with Nancy. We're just chilling today, and I miss my best friend. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.